leg. Too much leg.
You also have very nice.
Welcome to the Destination Workplace Show, a podcast that inspires CEOs, real estate, workplace, and HR leaders to create meaningful and purposeful employee experiences inside and outside of the office. My name is Nelly Hyatt, and I'm a work futurist. And I'm sitting down with leaders to talk about the future of the workplace, their vision and ambition for the next generation of employees, and how to have an impact.
Hamish Morrison, Senior Director of Places for the Americas at Palo Alto Networks, responsible for all things places, real estate, employee experience within our Americas region.
I thank you so much for sharing that, and I could feel that intentionally you didn't use workplaces, you used the word places.
That's right.
Can you tell me what is the meaning behind it?
Yeah, so for Palo Alto, places has really taken on a new definition for us, not just as a places organization, but for us as a business globally. Places are now anywhere that someone can work from, really, whether that's the physical office, should people choose to work from there, or whether that's the home office or anywhere in between.
So your scope of work just expanded like 500 times, like from offices to all the homes of each of their employees, to co-working spaces, to...
So for our team, we manage specifically the physical locations, the serviced offices.
Okay.
We don't manage people's homes.
Okay.
And the experience around that, other than digitally.
Okay.
But we do have various benefits that allow our employees to tap into any resources that they need to support their work from home.
Can you tell me a little bit more about FlexWork? Palo Alto Network is very famous for having created that coalition around FlexWork. And as a VP of Places, I want to understand, how does it fit by promoting remote work and still having offices? I know some people see that very binary.
Yeah.
How do you see it fit together?
Yeah, so FlexWork is Palo Alto's sort of signature people program. It was evangelized during the pandemic as our chief people officer and our people team really felt like we needed to do something different to better support not only our employees, but other companies going through the same challenges and uncertainty as we were. And so FlexWork was born in partnership with 4 other members of our coalition: Box, Splunk, Zoom, and Uber. And together we've put together really a framework that isn't just focused on location or flex location, but flex benefits, flex learn, flex lead to support our leaders in managing through leading hybrid teams, and a whole other suite of programs to support our employees in this new hybrid environment.
And honestly, I was really impressed by that coalition, and at a very early stage of the pandemic.
Yes.
Because maybe at the beginning we're not aware, but like definitely after a few months, after a year or so, the numbers have shown that many people left companies when they didn't have clarity, when they didn't have certainty about this hybrid model, whether they would be forced or mandated to go back to an office or not.
Yeah.
So the fact that those companies really only took a stance on having a conversation, maybe they didn't have the answers yet, but having a conversation, telling employees, we're taking time, thinking about it, I think it was probably very impactful for the employees at Palo Alto Networks.
Absolutely. I think it's been a great opportunity for the business to engage with the employee, for the employee to feel like they have an opportunity to speak up and also feel heard. And so, through our engagement surveys, we really discovered that there was no one size fits all. We saw a lot of preferences for how people want to work, where they want to work, how they want to be compensated or benefited by the business, and that's all fed into what is our FlexWork program today and our Places programs of the future.
Are you, throughout the data that you're collecting, both on actual utilization of your office, because I think you just reopened, so we're going to talk about it, and also on employee survey, are you also collecting what people want tomorrow, what they might want 5 years from now?
So our current plan is to reopen all of our offices, and all but two are reopen in the United States. And our plan is really to do nothing, to simply open the doors, allow people to come back, and really just observe how often people are coming back, when they're, what areas are they using within the space, how are they using those areas, and really gather that data through surveys, through simple attendance, badge access data, sensor data to really drive the solutions going into the second half of the year.
How was the reopening of the office? Was it a celebration? Was it a smooth transition?
I would describe it as a soft reopening.
Okay.
We understand that for many of our employees, the summer months are a busy period. Many families have kids off school, they're taking vacation, and so we simply wanted to provide a space for people as soon as it was, as the county stated it was safe to do so. Should they want an alternative environment to working from home or working from wherever else they have been over the last 18 months. So so far it's been a major success. We've seen probably anywhere from 15 to 30% occupancy, which is more than I think we could have ever anticipated. Mm-hmm. And that's growing sort of week on week. So I'm confident that by August, those numbers will be even higher. But at the same time, there's absolutely no pressure from leadership, from us as a places team to bring people back, but simply to continue providing people with the choice and flexibility that the FlexWork program was set up to do.
And this is exactly why I was really, really impressed with Palo Alto Network, is because that's the ambiguity that we don't hear enough about. The ambiguity being that the more freedom we give, the more flexibility we give, people will choose what they want, and people will choose to gather, not every day, not the entire day, but they are part of a community. They want to be in an environment with this community. So they are gonna, on their own will, decide when they come, what is happening. And that's an ambiguity that we don't hear enough. There's a lot of resistance on letting go of that freedom. And I'm like, when you have amazing offices, people are gonna come back. Like, they want to be in those offices.
Yeah, and that's very much what we're seeing. I think it's being driven by socialization, collaboration. The fact that people have really not gotten to either meet new hires or see their teams, their friends for such a long time, and we as a team play a vital role in being able to provide an environment that supports that.
I have the $1 million question for you. Do you find yourself in a new role, which is almost social? Like, do you need to create events to draw people back in? Do you need to create excuses for people to come? Do you need to create parties for people to come?
So I think the key for us is we're not trying to draw people in.
Nice.
We're really trying to make the experience for those who do choose to come back on site one that they cannot replicate at home. So pre-pandemic, we had a full service food program, fitness program, a large program of events and meetups, happy hours on site. That will continue. Although in some cases it might look slightly different, but for the most part, we're going to continue doing what we were doing, and then iterate accordingly.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I think it was really important, and it was a very important conversation, because without even touching on this word, it seems to be at the heart of that flex word, which is trust. There
Absolutely.
Seems to be a lot of trust in your employees. Whatever they decide that is best for them will be best for the company. Thank you so much, Hamish.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us.
My pleasure.